With the Bowtie platform, now that same developer of that beer ranking app or the next Salesforce killer can take that application, put it on the Bowtie platform, and be up in hours, not months, in hours. Do so for a very small monthly fee and start market validating immediately. No longer are they hoping they've got the right idea. They're getting customer feedback now, and they're scaling as that customer feedback turns into a business. We truly have turned the application world into making businesses. This is what we have today. To get from a point where you have some application down to your launch, there's a great deal of different services, different decisions to make, lots of different infrastructure that the developers have to bring together just to get to that launch moment. This is what Bowtie has done. We've removed those decision points. With our fully integrated platform, you simply select what you want and turn it on. And that application launch is now hours away, not months. This is an actual picture of the platform itself, not a mock-up. This is what our test clients are using right now. And it provides all the different pieces necessary to launch that company. But what do we mean when we say that? So much more. Scalable servers, payment systems, email systems, analytics, dashboards, security, fraud prevention. The list goes on and on and on. All of these pieces contribute to allowing Bowtie in a very elegant, one-click fashion to give these application developers now the ability to create a full-fledged company to interact with their clients in merely hours. The market itself does a couple of things that we find particularly attractive. Number one is it's pretty large. Based on Oracle and Microsoft and a number of other industry reports, there's just over 50 million individual developers and development firms out there in the world that are launching applications, and this is globally. The size of the market's great though, but if the market's not spending, it doesn't do us a lot of good. Thankfully, based on those same reports and a lot of other ones, they're spending just over $600 billion for all sorts of infrastructure services right now. We like very much that it's a large market and it's a market that spends money. When we have our launch moment, however, there's a subset of that that is addressable with our launch product in a couple of months. 2 million of those individuals have applications that go out into the market that can use our software now. They can use the beta product we have right now, and the product will be going public launch in a couple of months. The last piece of this is making sure that our solution is addressing this market appropriately, and there's lots and lots of different ways that you can get into this particular conversation, but we're big fans of market validation. Heck, we built a platform that allows any application to market validate, so we wanted to take a piece of our own medicine. And as of right now, Bowtie is sitting on hundreds of signups before our launch. We're sitting on thousands of licenses from a stack of MOUs from major development companies and development shops that are excited to make this platform their platform of choice for launching applications for their clients. Our patents are in process, and right now we're sitting on a war chest of about $300,000 in early seed and fund investment. The revenue model is one that's both fairly typical and I think really interesting for the tech industry. We use a recurring monthly revenue subscription model for our users for access to that platform. This gives them all those tools, plus some premium buy-ups in that platform. It gives us the ability to incur recurring revenue, but also beneficial services to our clients. I'm a big nerd, however, and I like some of the ancillary things as well, the data. The data is very interesting here. Right now, application firms and companies are anonymizing and selling data today to help us with all sorts of demographic and consumer questions. But they can only do it with their industry and their application. We will be sitting on a hosting platform for many applications and many industries. So this will be the first time someone can slice and dice across all industries with data and consumer insights. And then in addition, a room like this full of investors, why worry about your deal flow coming in the door hoping that the next big idea comes to you when you can come to us and I can tell you who's growing fastest, who's making the most money, who's got the biggest user base, what their core demographics are, and any other piece of data you would like to see on the hot new applications that just hit the market. Over the course of 5 years, based on a number of other infrastructure companies and certainly this team's experience, we're looking at a progression up to about 1.8 million users on the platform. This puts us fairly competitive with a number of other architecture plays, but so much more. This puts us in a position where we're going to see some real insight for across these different industries, but also going to address this market in a highly meaningful way. I want to take just a minute and talk about the team, because in some respects, that's the most exciting part of the company right now. I like to call this slide Founders and 100 million users, because that's exactly what it is. You know, there's certainly things up here that everyone would hope for in a founding team. There's top 20 MBAs, there's Fortune 500 experience, there's exits, there's individuals that were associated with some of the fastest growing and largest tech startups in US history. But the numbers I really want to focus on is 65 million, 20 million, and 25 million. Those are the number of users that each member of this team have had on platforms that they've either managed themselves, built themselves, or marketed. This team knows how to build big platforms. This team has done it in the past, and this team is excited to do this again.